Their starting 11 cost 403 million to assemble compared to 137 million for Inter. Nasser Al-Khelaifi was celebrating with Sheffirin sort of being thrown into the air. I don't know what else to say about sports washing that we haven't said, apart from it's important to say it when not everybody says it who is covering this.
Inter were the club of Moratti and his oil money that he threw around, and ultimately he got his treble as well. And I think that there isn't much purity at the top of European football anymore. Seeing all the people you don't want to see at the centre of that celebration, you're very happy when the camera's on Luis Enrique. You're very happy when the camera's on these young players and being reminded that football is still football. But I do ultimately also agree with Baz. Sports washing, unfortunately, works and is working right here.
I completely take the point about Moratti, and I'm sure lots of fans of smaller Italian clubs are sort of going, you've done this to us for years, grow up. But the difference is Moratti is not a state where workers' rights are abused. He's not a state where same-sex relationships are criminalised. He's not a state where women have to obey male guardianship laws. He's not a state where freedom of expression is severely repressed. He's just a very rich man. And that is a qualitative difference. Also, look at the sponsorship revenue the PSG get, and large chunks come from Qatari Airways and the Qatari Tourism Authority. I mean, how hard do you think those negotiations were to pull off? That's the difference. That's why a state is different to a rich man or venture capitalists. However unpleasant they may be, they're not as bad as a state and never will be.